I love anime. I also love conspiracy theories. Not because I believe many or really any of them, but because I get a good laugh out of the absurd. And every now and then enjoy falling down a rabbit hole looking to find any sliver of truth behind these preposterous theories. So, of course, I decided I wanted to investigate into the very deep depths of the internet and take a look at some of the outrageous anime fan theories that are now circulating the web. Some of these findings I'm going to share with you today hold little to no real proof or backing behind them, but there are some that really do hold a slight possibility of truth behind them. I'm Summers with Baka to Basics, and these are some of my personal favorite anime fan theories. Class is officially in session. We start our journey looking into the curious case of Ash Ketchum, the eternal 10-year-old. Why exactly does he never age? Well, to the point that in the anime, a man and woman can date, get married, and conceive a whole damn baby without him ever having a birthday. Well, the fan theory is that Ash actually never started his journey in the first place. That day when he left Pallet Town with Pikachu, the two got into a huge accident involving a bunch of Spearow, and ended up getting hurt by the resulting attack alongside being caught up in a massive storm. Ash then sees Ho-Oh, which simply was the start of him now entering a long, heavily induced coma. Ho-Oh is said to grant eternal happiness to whomever should lay their eyes upon it, and a long winding journey where he makes tons of friends, meets all kinds of new Pokemon, and eventually becomes world champion certainly fits that bill. I think this fan theory has a little bit of backing behind it, mainly stemming from what other legitimate explanation could you have for the whole baby thing? Not to mention countless other instances where Ash certainly would have aged at some point. But given how many times in this supposed coma, Ash would have had these wild moments that involve dreams within dreams apparently, and out-of-body experiences, I think while there might be an interesting idea, that's about as far as this theory goes. Next up, let's go down a much darker route into the world of Hunter x Hunter, where the theory is that the Hunter Association ordered the Phantom Troop to massacre the Kurta clan. The original plot idea is that the troop murdered the entirety of the Kurta clan so as to obtain the rare and beautiful scarlet eyes that they possess. The group are thieves that tend to act with little to no reason behind the various actions that they take. So why would the Hunter Association, in theory, hire them to do such a job? Well, the theory stems behind the fact that the Kurta clan comes from the newly explored Dark Continent, and the eyes that they possess are in fact the keys to opening the gates that lead into the continent. The biggest hole in this theory, though, is that not all Kurta clan members have scarlet eyes. Sure, that could be due to possibly conceiving with members of different races outside of the clan, but it is still a hole in the plot. Also, why would these eyes that the association would supposedly want to monopolize for themselves then be in circulation for the wealthy to possess? Interesting theory? Certainly. Is it likely to be true? I just don't see it. Now onto one of my favorites though, involving the beloved Cowboy Bebop series, concerning the relationship of Spike Spiegel and Vicious. The theory is that Vicious is just in love with Spike. Straightforward, to the point. This theory does actually have some major legs, mainly residing behind the point that if Vicious truly wanted to kill Spike, he could have done so at multiple points throughout the story. Instead, he wanted the job to be done by someone besides himself, namely, and the one who betrayed him, Julia. The two were once close friends, and according to Vicious, Spike was one of the few people he could be around without having any undying sense of rage. When Julia and Spike had an affair, it was hard on Vicious, not only because Julia betrayed him, but that she did so with Spike. He offers Julia the chance to kill Spike to save her own life, which she refuses and flees into hiding instead. So, the logical next act for Vicious would be to take care of Spike himself, yet he constantly refuses to do so. The likely reasoning is that Vicious had a great deal of love towards both of them, and he still just simply wanted them to deal with the same level of pain and agony that he did himself, but even then I can't say for sure that Vicious saw Spike in a particularly romantic way. But if we're talking about loving him as a friend or brother, then I think that the fan theory is basically spot on. Just maybe not in the sense that some fans are thinking. For now, let's end this video with what may be one of the wildest fan theories I've ever heard, and it concerns Black Clover's Yami. The theory? Yami is an isekai hero from Japan. The manga states that Yami's country of origin is that of the Hino country to the far east, an obvious nod to Japan, which is driven home all the more by some of Yami's everyday habits, and that he uses a katana as his weapon of choice. This theory is most certainly off, but in a way is actually a pretty cool idea. Black Clover is a show with magic at its very core. So a foreigner actually being someone transported from another world is always a possibility, but in the end, it's likely just a really cool fan idea rather than what would have been the actual case. If you want to support the theory that subbing to Baka to Basics will enrich your life with amazing anime-based content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. There are so many other fascinating fan theories out there, with some actually having come true already. So if you want to see more videos covering some of these theories, please be sure to let us know. I've been Summers, Baka to Basics, and I'll see you the next time class is in session.